guys are enjoying the Kansas City Virtual Home Show. We're going to take a little bit of break this afternoon because any good afternoon deserves a couple of cocktails and cocktails with good friends. I'm very pleased to welcome my friend from J. Rieger and Company. He is the Vice President of Sales and Hospitality. Please welcome Mr. Ryan Mabey. Ryan, welcome, buddy.
Thanks, man. Good to see you. Glad to be here.
You too. Even if it is virtually.
Right.
I wanted to talk to you this afternoon. Obviously, I wanted to share a little cocktail with you, but before we do that, I wanted to talk about J. Rieger and Company, maybe a little bit about its history in Kansas City, and certainly its recent history in ramping up the opportunity to help out Kansas City folks, keeping them safe, keeping them clean. Tell us a little bit about the moment that you and your team decided to have to change gears and work on helping Kansas City as a community.
Oh man, that was a gut-wrenching moment, to be totally honest. I mean, this whole thing has been such a wild ride, and still today, every day is just kind of chaotic and new. But when all this initially happened, that chain of events that happened over the course of 2 or 3 days is probably the most head-spinning, gut-wrenching thing I've ever had to go through. It was really, really wild. But at the end of the day, what we did was we committed ourselves to making sure that we kept all of our employees on staff, that we didn't lay people off, that we were able to fight our way through this pandemic and this situation. And that the solution there was to pivot to producing hand sanitizer. And going into it, we didn't know anything about hand sanitizer, but we know a hell of a lot about it now.
Ryan, I tell you that this necessarily isn't the first time things like this have happened in the world of spirits, because obviously when things happened in the early part of the 20th century, distilleries had to change gears and try to figure out ways, breweries had to figure out ways to accommodate prohibition. And in this case, this has really, really helped out our community. Your hand sanitizer is available all over the city now. And for those who are looking for it, where are some of the key points that places that could find the hand sanitizer? I know I was at Mike's Wine and Spirits the other day and I saw it promptly right by the front counter.
Yeah, so for the first 3 weeks or so of doing this, we were primarily supplying hospitals, nursing homes, labs, clinics, essential services. We supplied almost all of the police department here in the Kansas City area, the local fire departments, EMTs, all that. But within the last week to 2 weeks, we've been able to now start providing it to the public as well. And so within a little over a week, we're now in over 40 retail locations locally. So a lot of the grocery stores, Price Choppers, hen houses, IVs, and then a lot of local liquor stores as well, Mike's. So we're trying to now be able to supply not only the essential services and hospitals and all that, but then also get it into the hands of the public.
Still distributing nationwide your selection of spirits throughout the country. But locally here, are you guys doing anything else? Are you doing, I understand, cocktails to go?
Yeah, so that's another part of it. When we opened this expanded distillery last July, it was really a huge step in our company in being able to have on-site bars, tasting rooms, private events, daily tours, all that. And so when all this happened, it shut down that part of the business, which was a huge hit. And so we never stopped making booze. We never stopped producing our whiskey, gin, vodka, all that. We're still doing that. But we needed as many outlets for revenue as possible in order to keep everybody on staff, because we had a full team of bartenders and servers and kitchen employees and all that. So a lot of them have shifted over to the hand sanitizer production, but another outlet for us, another avenue, has been bottled cocktails. So we do a lot of cocktails on draft here already. So we already had a pretty good infrastructure for batching large quantities of cocktails. So now we're just filling 750 mLs and selling them to go for curbside pickup.
What are some of the cocktails that you guys have?
Well, our best seller is the horse feather. It's the cocktail that we're most known for. which is more or less a Kansas City classic, originated in Florence, Kansas. But it's kind of our go-to signature Kansas City whiskey cocktail. So that's been the number one seller. The Pendergast is also a really big seller. The Negroni with gin is very, very popular. We do a seasonal gin and tonic that's also very popular. And then we've got about 3 or 4 others that we offer on our website as well.
You know, Ryan, as you know, it's cocktail hour, and I'm of the belief that we should always enjoy responsibly our cocktails with friends. What's one of your favorite cocktails?
Oh man, I love all cocktails. I mean, it's what got me here really was starting out as a bartender, and so I do love them all. But a Pendergast definitely has a very special place in my heart. For me, it's an important cocktail, I think, to my history in Kansas City. And then a Negroni, man. If I'm at home and want to make a really elegant, beautiful cocktail that is not that hard to make at home, a Negroni is a good way to go.
Rieger and Company has been a part of our city for many, many years, and I've got a cocktail, Ryan, that I think you might be aware of. It's called the Slacker Quarantini. Have you've heard of it?
I've seen it kind of passing around on the internet. Yeah.
I start off with a bottle of J. Rieger. Now, I don't know. You can get this just about any fine liquor store, and I like to think that you could have this type of cocktail with very little ingredients in the home. Again, I mentioned that I want to have you drink it responsibly, but it takes a firm left-handed turn with the wrist.
It's a good sound.
Oh yes. Now, I don't know if you have this at home, but I suggest a clean glass. Pour about 3, maybe 4 fingers. And before you enjoy the whiskey, enjoy it through all of your senses. Pick up all of those notes, those fine caramels, those dried fruit notes for me. Toast it with a good friend or family. Let it coat your entire mouth as it goes down and warms you like the love that you have with friends and family. This whiskey is fine Kansas City whiskey. And I hope that each and every one of you stay safe and stay home and enjoy your whiskey responsibly. Ryan may be my guest this morning, brother. Ryan may be my guest this afternoon. Thank you so much.
I could not have described that better myself. That was right on the money.
I look forward to enjoying a real Slackertini with you soon.
Me too. Absolutely.
Ryan, thank you so much, buddy. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You do the same. Thanks for having me on.